is Kelani and I am from the quadro group of 11 Euclid. So our group will talk about the parabola and its parts, how to transform the equation of the parabola, and how to graph the parabola. And then lastly, we will be showing some real-life applications for it. So the parabola has 6 parts. We have the vertex, the focus, the directrix, the axis of the parabola, the lactus rectum, and then lastly, the focal distance. But then before we talk about the parts, let us talk about what is exactly the parabola is. So the parabola is a plane curve,
which is a mirror symmetrical and
layer shape. Also, the parabola is a
curve where any point is at an equal distance from
a fixed point or the focus,
or the fixed line or the directrix.
As promised earlier, we will now be talking about the parts of the parabola. So the first part that we will talk about is the vertex. Simply, the vertex is the turning point of the parabola. Then we have the focus and the directrix. The focus is the fixed point, while the directrix is the fixed line. And then we have the lactus and the rectum. So the lactus and the rectum of the parabola is a line segment perpendicular to the axis of the parabola. And then lastly, we have the focal distance. Simply, the focal distance is the distance between the vertex and the focus. Now that is it for the parts. See you!
Hi, this is Alianah.
So today I am going to teach you how to transform the equation of a parabola from general form to standard form. So we have here our given equations. The first one is y squared plus 10y minus 12x plus 13 is equals to 0. The first step is to group the term with the same variable. Y squared plus 10y is the only term that has the same variables. So we will
just group them, y squared plus 10y, and we'll just bring down these remaining terms. 12x plus 13 is equals to 0.
The second step is to move the remaining terms to the right side of the equation.
Let's just bring down this term, y squared plus 10y is equals to, if we move negative to the right side, it will become positive. So positive 12x.
Positive 13 will become negative 13. The third step is to create a perfect square trinomial by completing the squares. We'll just rewrite y squared plus 10y plus, we will just leave a gap in both sides of the equation. To get the perfect square trinomial, we have to divide 10 by 2 and square the result. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 squared is 25. So whatever we write to the left side, we have to write it down to the right side also. The fourth step is to simplify both sides of the equation. Y squared plus 10y plus 25 is equals to 12x. Negative 13 plus 25 we have plus 12 or positive 12. The first and last step is to express the perfect square trinomial as square of binomial to make the equation in vertex form. Over here we have to square the binomials. We have to write the first term, which is y, copy the middle sign, and we have to square this last term. Y plus 5 squared is equals to, now to get this we have to factor, so 12x plus 1. That is the answer. So we have here another example. X squared plus 6y minus 4x minus 2 is equals to
0. Group the term. You have to group the term x squared minus 4x. The next step is to move the remaining terms to the right side of the equation. So bring down x squared minus 4x is equals to positive 6y, it will become negative 6y plus 2. Next is to create a perfect square. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 squared is 4. So we will also write it to the right side. Then the next step is to simplify. Let's just bring down this first. Negative 6y. 2 plus 4 is 6. So we will just copy the first variable and copy the middle sign, which is negative, and square the last term. We have to factor this, so it will become 6 negative y since the sign is negative plus 1. This is our answer.
Hello there again, I'm Adrian Jay and Caingat. Welcome to our info blog. This time I will show you how to transform the equation of parabola from the general form to standard form. Now let's talk about transforming general form to standard form. Here I have two examples. First example is x squared plus 18x minus 8y plus 81 is equal to 0. Second example is y squared minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. Now let's solve the first example. First step you will gonna do is to group the term with the same variable. Group x squared plus 18x minus 8y plus 81 is equal to 0. Second step, move the remaining term to the right side of the equation.
Just write x squared plus 18x is equal to negative 8, positive 8, negative 81, positive 81 to negative
81. Third step, create a perfect square trinomial by completing the square. Whatever term you have added to the left side, you should be added to the right side to keep the equation true.
First, write x squared plus 18x plus blank is equal to 8y minus 81 plus blank. Let's create a perfect square trinomial completing the square. First, divide 18 by 2. We will have 9. Then square it. We will have 81. Add 81 here and also add 81
here. Fourth step, simplify both sides of the equation. Now let's simplify the x squared plus 18x
plus 81. X squared the 81 is 9. Squared is equal to cancel negative 8 and positive 8. You will have 8y. This is the final
answer. Let's move to second equation. Rewrite group x squared, group the term with the same variable.
Minus 4x plus 4y is equal to 0. Now let's rewrite y squared is equal to positive 4x negative 4. That is the final answer.
That's all for the day. Thank you.
Hi, I am Genrev Tiglao, and for this video, I will teach you how to graph and solve a parabola. Ito po yung equation ko po para po sa parabola. Quantity x minus 4 quantity squared equals 8 quantity y minus 3. Yung pong una po natin hanapin, vertex. Paano po makuha yung vertex? Yung formula niya po, HA. Ito po yung H, saka ito po yung K. Papalitan lang po natin sila ng sign. Ito po yung vertex po natin. Sunod naman po natin hanapin, focus. Paano po hanapin si focus? Ito po yung formula niya. Ito po yung formula po para po sa focus. Alam na po natin ng H saka K. So hanapin na lang po natin A. Paano po hanapin si A? Ito po yung formula po para makuha si A. Saan po nakuha si A? Dito po. I-divide po natin ng both side ng 4. So yung value po ng A natin is 2. Pagkatapos po natin makuha yung value ni A, isa-substitute na po natin sila. H, 4, K, 3, A, 2. Ito po yung value po ng focus natin. Yung susunod naman po natin hanapin, L saka R. Ito po yung formula po para po masolve sila, L saka R. Nasolve na po natin kanina yung value ni A. Kaya po, isa-substitute na po natin sila. Ito na po yung equation para po sa N. Ito po yung value ni L. Ito naman po yung equation para sa R. Ito po yung value ni R. Yung susunod naman po natin hahanapin, directrix. Ito po yung formula po para po sa directrix. Ito po yung sagot. Yung huli po natin hahanapin, line of symmetry. I-substitute lang nyo po sa value ng H. Ayan po, tapos na po yung mga kailangan po natin sa parabola para po i-graph. I-graph na po natin sila. Ito po yung graph po natin para po sa nakuha po dito. Open it upward po yung nakuha natin graph. Thank you for watching. Sana po may natutunan kayo.
My name is Manuel Miranda. I am one of the members of Group 4. I am here to show you how the parabola works in real-life situations. Here is an example of a real-life application of a parabola. In this example, the trajectory of the ball makes the parabola. Here is Ira Ballesteros for you to see how to graph a parabola.
So now, for this formula, we will find the opening. So our x is positive, x squared is positive, and our 4a, which is this, which is the 4, is positive. Therefore, the opening of our parabola is upward. So let's solve for our vertex, focus, latus rectum, directrix, and line of symmetry. Vertex, which is the h and the k. Our h is together with the x. So let us put the h, which is negative 2, that will transform into positive 2. And our k, which is positive 2, that will become negative 2. For our focus, h, k plus a. So our h is 2. And our k, so we will find first the a. 4a. Our 4a is 4, therefore is equals to 4. We'll divide it into 4, cancel. A will be 1. Therefore, our k plus a, our k is negative 2 plus 1. Therefore, the answer is negative 1. Latus rectum, which is the 4a, our 4a is the 4. Next, the latus, which is h minus 2a, k plus a. Let's solve for the h minus 2a. H, which is the 2 minus 2, and our a, which is 1. So 2, negative 2 times 1, so it's negative 2. Therefore, our h minus 2 is 0. And our k plus a, which is negative 1. Next, for our rectum, h plus 2a, k plus a. H plus 2a, which is 2 plus 2 times 1, 2 plus 2 equals 4. Now, for our directrix is y is equals to k minus a. So our k is negative 2, and our a is 1. Therefore, our answer is negative 1. y is equals to -1. And for our line of symmetry, which is x is equals to h, therefore x is equals to, now we found the vertex, focus, latus, rectum, directrix, and line of symmetry. Let's graph. So for our vertex, we have 2, -2. This is our vertex. And we have our focus, which is 2, -1. This is the latus, which is 0, -1. So here is our L. For the rectum, which is 4, -1. So the opening of our parabola is upward. Next is the directrix, which is -1. Y, -1. So here is our y is equals to -1, which is the directrix. And for our line of symmetry, which is +2, so that is how we graph our parabola.
And I'm here to answer question 5C. When and how those decreases the concept of a parabola? We can apply the concept of a parabola in